Hey everybody, welcome to Thistlehawk Homestead. Here we are again. It is the beginning of August. Unfortunately, our tomato plants aren't doing anything because we got them in too late, and the soil really needs to be amended. So, lesson learned, and we move on. So when we do amend it, we'll definitely fill you all in as to what we're doing and how we're going to fix that soil. Okay, but that, what you do with life comes down to what do you do with it. If you got lemons, you make it lemonade, or you're just going to pucker up. For those of you that do like raw lemons, like my oldest son and my granddaughter, this is not about you. Anyways, so what we opted to do is we're making fried green tomatoes. The local farm down the street, it's a 13 farm conglomerate. They're doing just roadside stand and trying to do CSAs, and they're really trying to make it work, which is fantastic. It's so cool. So we were down there. They didn't have any tomatoes. Nothing's ripe. We haven't had the right weather for it up here in the middle of New Hampshire. So what we said is, do you have any green tomatoes? Because we were going camping. I just got back today, and I'd love to do some fried green tomatoes when we got back. Maybe some fried green tomato BLTs with a nice dill ravigote, and away we go. So anyways, I'm going to talk you through what we did. I am already done because I hate showing you a messy kitchen. And today I was a little messy. So I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to explain some things. All right, so first, bacon. Lovely, crispy. For this, you really want crispy. You want it to be able to crackle with the fried green tomatoes. Okay, the sauce, which is a ravigote. It's like a tartar sauce, very similar. But for this, you use mayonnaise, sour cream, shallots, creme fraiche. No, I'm sorry, mayonnaise, sour cream, shallots, chives, parsley, and tarragon, and chopped dill pickles. So we don't use tarragon typically here on the homestead, but we do have a lot of basil. So I chopped up some basil in there. There's parsley. I had some scallions left over from the top of the barbecue chicken pizzas that we talked about last time, that we did for this weekend. So I had those left over, so I used those in place of the chives and the shallot. And the shallots. So we mix all that in, adjust with salt and pepper, and away we go. It's delicious. It's going to be so good. And then talking about fried green tomatoes. You can use green zebras when they're ripe, an heirloom variety if you would, or you can use just any green slicing tomato that isn't ripe. Okay? So what you do is in standard breading, flour, seasoned, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. I put a little granulated onion in as well. It's just the way I work. And then your wet is buttermilk. I didn't have any, so I made buttermilk. So when you make buttermilk, it is milk, a quarter cup of milk, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice mixed together. And that is buttermilk, folks. Okay, so you can make your own if you don't have it. And then the dry was simply cornmeal. Okay, so standard breading, dry, wet, dry. Go over, and then fry it, cast iron. I literally only filled it up maybe a quarter of an inch. The goal is to get halfway up the slices of tomato. So however thick you slice them is going to dictate how deep your oil needs to be, because you're doing a single flip and then take it out. Now these are them finished. They look really good, don't they? Look at that. Nice, crunchy, crispy. Oh, my mouth's watering just looking at them. I do have them on a baker's rack over a sheet pan, cookie sheet. So that way any residual oil can drip off. The underside can stay crispy, and that's really important. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to take a base like this, add the ravigote and the bacon. I'm not doing lettuce on this. The lettuce, with so many warm ingredients, the lettuce will wilt. You can use lettuce if you want. For something like this, I do recommend more of an arugula or a hardy green, if you would. Iceberg, literally being 75% water, will just wilt to nothing. Spring mix, same deal. will wilt to nothing, and it's just brutal. So, anyways, I mean, look at those. The color's good. The flavor is going to be amazing. I can just feel it. So anyways, fried green tomato BLTs. That's what we're doing for dinner tonight. I hope you all had a good weekend. Monday's coming. Rest up. Be safe, guys.